It's Sunday, or Monday, depending on where you're at. It's day 25, ladies and gentlemen, of the Crypto Challenge. 6 months, 1,500 to 250K. Here's Mr. Techie.
Hello, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, and welcome everybody from all across the interwebs. This here is day 20-something. You think I would know, I just wrote it. This is day 25 of the Crypto Challenge. And today's going to be an interesting day, because we are continuing on with Mind Week, as you guys have been hearing. So far we've done two potential little parts about the mind in trading, and we will continue to do more and more as we progress and proceed throughout the challenge. Somebody sent me a message actually asking if we can potentially put them up as separate audio files. I think that's a great idea. I will be working on that in the next couple of days to collaborate and bring all of these together so you can all download them and just listen to them whenever you wish. But it's a new day, so let's start off with our tradition of coming in here, balance 1345.52. So we come in here, 1345.52, press enter, and there we go. So we're up 1.57% from yesterday. I wasn't really expecting much. The market has been pretty much sideways. However, before we left yesterday, we set some orders. And as we see today, we have no open orders. So that means that all of our orders filled. So we got to go and we got to add them into our sheet over here. Let's go into trades. Let's just double check. We did a little bit of Walton and a little bit of Wabi. We already added in the Walton here 21622. 21622, that's that one. So now let's put in our Wabi here. We purchased 126 Wabi. So I'm going to put that down there. 126 Wabi. And we did this on 02/25/2018. And now we're just going to come up here, select this row, paste it down there, and that's it. So if we have a look at our holdings now, actually we might as well just do it on this tab here. Come into estimated balance. Is that where we were? Did I just click wherever we were? That's a bit strange. So as you guys can see now, we have our coins in order. Does this not work? Did they only put the arrow there? That's a bit silly, isn't it? We can see right now that we have 0.019 Bitcoin of Wabi, 0.015 of ICX, 0.036 of Walton. We actually have quite a bit of Walton in there, huh? 0.019 of OMG. We have a little tiny bit of Binance just for our fees, and we still have quite a bit of Bitcoin. So, I was following a lot of TA today. I took quite an easy day today. It's a Sunday. I don't want to be busy and all hectic and stuff on a Sunday, you know. It's a lazy day. So I was looking at a lot of coins today. And we were looking at a lot of different TA for a lot of things. If we come here, first of all, here is our great friend Bitcoin. And as you can see, guys, today Bitcoin managed to scare quite a few people. Bitcoin, okay, this is getting annoying. I don't know whether they've turned up the setting for this feature or what, but it started to be a little bit more snappy than usual. Bitcoin came down, hit 9,300. And a lot of people kind of went... Sorry? Ah, we're joined. Hello. We have...
broke the 9,300 wall and then bounced right back.
Yep, 9298.65, according to TradingView. We are joined today by Damilon, Jeff, Crypto Romeo, thank you very much for the introduction, and of course Jerome, the silent guy in the background, who likes to make the jokes on the streams. He will forever be remembered as that guy for that one introduction.
No,
we love you, man. We love you, man. We'll have to do a montage at the end of the challenge with all of the funniest moments, and that one's definitely going to be in the #1 spot. So Bitcoin had a quite an interesting drop earlier on, and a lot of people panicked. But as well, at the same time, a lot of people weren't really concerned. When you consider the angle at which it went down, and you also consider that in the space of 4 hours it dropped 4%, or just over 4%. Then, it's okay. We've had bigger drops than this previously. So, what is Bitcoin doing right now, and where is it heading? This is the $1 million question. Sorry, it's not the $1 million question, it's the million Bitcoin question. Because if somebody could accurately right now predict where Bitcoin was going, it would be a very, very different situation than what we're in. There is still a massive split in the world of technical analysis of where Bitcoin will head next. Okay, and if we come up here to the, let's go to the 1 date, and we click on auto just to sort that out. We can see that, I don't know why this blue line is here, I'm just going to remove it for now. We can see that a lot of people still don't have that much faith in Bitcoin. However, the number of people who do have faith is increasing. So a lot of people are now returning back to what could be considered normal trading. Normal trading meaning that people are actually putting money into coins and buying into coins. And this is reflected in how coins are moving and how coins are growing, along their way. So the more that people put money into crypto right now and start to buy and trade back in, the better the recovery will be. It's okay. That is my personal opinion. I know some other people have different opinions and some very strong opinions about that. However, the longer that people sit out and wait on the sidelines, then the longer it will take for the market to recover. The general school of thought, though, right now, the general consensus is that we are not due to go back down to where some people said down here, unless it's an extreme case. And if we do, it will take several days. It's not just going to happen overnight that we're going to wake up and find ourselves down at $5,000. But for now, the major risk appears to have gone away. And in fact, many people are looking at Bitcoin to being significantly more bullish than previously. I was just waiting. I thought someone was going to say something there. And that is why we, for the challenge, are buying into altcoins. That is why many other people are buying into altcoins. And this is giving the market a little bit of a push and a little bit of a nudge in order to see, in order to return back to a normal bull market, or at least a stable market. Let's not aim too high. Let's just go for, let's aim for something stable. At least it can have slow growth, that's great, but anything too rapid and too insane, and then it kind of works against us. So, yesterday we introduced Iota. Here is Iota, okay, and this is the chart that we drew for Iota, and I don't know why it's on 5 minutes. That's very interesting. Let's go over to the 1 hour, and that means that we need to come here. And you guys can see that Iota had some interesting growth. Almost kind of as soon as we left the stream, it started to really take off and go crazy. We didn't buy into Iota yesterday because we weren't sure about the buy point and we weren't sure about quite a few things. As well as that, there was news for Iota yesterday. Good news and bad news. The bad news was old rubbish that was brought back up and made to sound like it's something new, okay? And the good news was something new, effectively. So there was a good rise on Iota yesterday. It broke out of this pattern here. Good rise on Iota, came back down, corrected, and so far appears to have corrected around this line here. Does Iota still have some good potential? Yes, it does. Okay, if we come back now to the previous levels, you guys remember when Binance dropped out and we did the stream where we couldn't trade? That's at this point here. I like to look for that as a reference point on my charts now, where there's this just flat line of nothingness, effectively. I don't know what this purple line is actually. Does anyone remember the purple line? I don't remember the purple line. So, what are we potentially looking at? a lot of people immediately right now are going to come in and say, we are looking at a... I always forget this one. There we go. We are potentially looking at a cup, an odd size, an odd shaped cup with the potential for a handle. Those of you who know me will know that I am not a strong believer in cup and handles. I believe that people see cup and handles everywhere. And in fact, when I went out looking today for technical analysis on Iota, I did find quite a few charts saying this is a cup and handle. I'm not a strong believer in cup and handles, but again, I'm not a crazy TA guy. There's a lot more knowledgeable people out there than I am. However, we are interested in Iota because we do still believe that there is potential for growth. There are a lot of TA support that there is good potential for growth, and so we will purchase some Iota since it had this nice rise here, came back down a bit, okay, partially due to news, partially not due to news, and so we are going to purchase a small amount of Iota, monitor it over the next 48 hours, okay, and to see how it performs, and potentially then sell once it comes to another level. So guys, if you are on YouTube and you wish to ask a question or make a comment, please put a capital letter Q, or you could put a capital letter C if it's a comment. And if you are on the Discord server, please be sure to tag myself at Mr. Techie as Mr. Kefterju. That's an interesting name. Kefterju. I'm going to call you Kefterju. Has said. Right. When did we get into ICX? Nevilos is asking. We came in right on the first day. Actually, that's when we bought some ITX. Better start taking or putting notes on your hard to remember mystical lines. Yes, that is my one downside, is occasionally just drawing random lines and then forgetting what I put them at. So I'm going to start to do that. Mitchell, sorry, not about to say Michael. Mitchell Myers says, true cups only form after pumps. People finding cups and handles that don't stem from a pump all-time high, then they aren't real cups. Yeah, I believe that at least 3/4 of the cup and handles that people see in crypto are not actually cup and handles. I don't know what they are, but again, at the same time, a bull trap as well is kind of redefined in crypto. A lot of shapes and a lot of patterns and even a lot of concepts are completely redefined in crypto. So yeah, you know, I'm just going to go with the crypto flow. I'm not going to call this a cup and handle though. So what are we going to do? We are going to buy some beautiful Iota right now. Let's go down to the 15-minute chart. Okay, we want to open it up, don't we? We come here and we open up on the exchange side of things. We can open up a little, we only want a little bit, guys. We don't want too much since it already had some good growth over the last few days. I'm not too sure what the complete long term is looking at for it. So coming down here, we can see our point. I think that we were going to buy yesterday was, well, we were actually going to buy lower than where we were, if I'm not mistaken. Unfortunately, Simon isn't with us here tonight. So yeah, we're going to have to try and remember, if anyone remembers what we said. Let's go back to our TA chart. Okay, is this the correct one? This is the correct one. And what is these green lines here? I don't know what they are. Magically appearing green. Oh, they were part of the handle, isn't it? Let's zoom in a bit. Let's have a nice look at what Iota is currently doing. We could potentially see Iota forming. I'm going to need to zoom out and bring that down a bit. Move it over. Come back to this line here. I'm going to start to make my pattern lines in yellow so that then they are a lot clearer. Okay, so we have that one there. This is not a good line. And now all of the TA guys are going to be watching. And I know there's a few TA guys watching because I can see you guys commenting right now. We could potentially be having a bit of a channel, okay, on Iota. A descending channel. But at the same time, I'm not going to make a call on what these patterns are, because I am not going to do some random call on whatever we have in front of us. However, after checking out the TA from earlier on, I do have a significant amount of confidence in the fact that we should have a good rise in Iota over the next 48 hours. So we are going to purchase right now, even going in even further right now. Ooh. We can come in and we can see that we have potentially this line here that we drew yesterday. I believe we drew this. This line here coming up here, so we broke out of there. All right, I'm going to put in a random number, and we're going to take the number from the audience. Someone please give me a number between 0 and 5,000. No, I'm just kidding. Let's have a look now at the depth chart and the order books and see what we have in here. So I don't know why I keep getting this flashing light on my... Oh, holy shit. Hold on, guys. I've just realized something. There we go. We almost lost power. That was not good. Someone's saying 4999 is 4999. Okay. Let's look through now. Guys, it was a joke. We're never going to do something crazy like that. You know, about, you know, just give me a random number and we're going to buy. We don't take kind of ridiculous numbers like that. However, if somebody does have a suggestion for a good buy, let me know, and then we can analyze it and we can see how things are going to go. Let's move this down to 6 decimals. So we see that we have major at 187. We are currently at 188. It's not really that big actually, and it's jumping around quite a bit. So what we are going to do right now is come back to our chart. Sorry guys, it's a bit of flipping backwards and forwards. I don't, you know, I could have spent about 20 minutes earlier on and kind of asked people about what they believe, you know, a good buy point would be, etc. And, you know, find out the general consensus and then just come to you guys and pretend to know what the hell I'm talking about. But that is why I would rather do it on stream with you here. Okay, I keep losing power to my system. That's not a good sign. Might be the shortest stream ever. There we go. All right. So looking right now. Maybe I should have done some proper TA on this before coming on stream, rather than just coming on now and attempting to do some TA on here and making a bit of a tit of myself.
I'm sorry, is that a technical term?
Yes, TIT. It's a technical incapable twat. Sorry, pardon me, that's a British term, guys. Okay. Because we have such a good amount of support on the coin at 187, I don't believe that we're actually going to drop that much lower than 187, and we're going to go into 8 decimals right now, and we're going to see where the largest buy, where the major wall, or the major, sorry, not the major wall, the major support is. So in the 187s range, we look like we have something here. So the easiest way, guys, to do this right now, because I didn't do any proper TA on it, and that is a bit ridiculous of me. We're going to come in, and we're going to want to buy. What is our total balance? We only want to buy a small amount. I'm buying quite close, guys, because I believe that we're out of the shit, and we're just going to continue going up now. So I don't want to buy too low, and then we potentially miss out like we did with, what was it, with Wabi a couple of days ago? Yep. Yeah. So that's why I'm buying quite close rather than going all the way down. I see here there's a 5,000 order here. Okay, before that there isn't really much, but we're coming in before this major one here. In fact, I don't even like the position that we would be in. I don't like to be Sanders, as you guys know, so I'm going to put it on top of Mr. 35. And we check our total balance, and we see that we have in Bitcoin, we have 0.043. Again, we don't want to buy too much, so we're just going to probably buy 0.013, and that would equate to, let's say, 80. Oh, close enough. There we go. We'll buy 70 Iota at 18,735. We're just going to put it in as one order because it is quite a small amount. We're going to go on top of this guy here. Which one of you guys did that, eh? Who just literally went in and put in a 70 order on 18,735? Okay. Doesn't matter.
Just big 3-4 then.
No, we'll just go on top of them. We'll just make it into 300 now. Okay, so this is Iota. I should have done a little bit more TA on this, guys. I do apologize for that. As I said, it has been a really lazy day today, and I haven't really been kind of in a crypto trading mood really that much. Okay, so we want to buy some other coins. We're going to start to run out of time soon. Again, if you have a question, guys, please put a capital letter Q in the YouTube chat, or put or tag me on the Discord server. So we want to introduce another couple of coins. Okay, and now people are going to be saying, Techie, we currently hold 1, 2, 3, 4. We're not going to count BNB because that's only for 3 fees. We already hold 4 coins, okay, and you've just bought a 5th one potentially. Okay, and you want to introduce another coin and another one after that. That will take us up to 6, 7 coins, guys. Okay, so is that too many coins? It is more than I would like to hold right now. Okay, but the issue is that we are holding ICX because we are effectively at quite a loss at ICX. And let me just go in and update the prices on there, which I haven't done in a long time. So we have ICX is currently at 4,000. Come here, ICX. Oh God, you're at 4,000. So our ICX has taken us all the way down to minus 37.12 and minus 30%. How much is ICX of our overall? It is 0.015. That's a bit painful, isn't it? What has happened with ICX? Sorry guys, I didn't realize it was that far down. Maybe we should have checked it a few days ago. Has anyone seen any news or heard anything about ICX? You know, to get a rough idea. Oh, thank God we didn't check it down here. Wow, if we had checked it a few days ago, I probably would have really gone mad. ICX hasn't yet recovered after the major dumps. So, okay, so I'm fine with holding ICX right now. I don't particularly want to pick up any more. I am not too familiar with ICX, to be completely honest, and unfortunately the team members who were familiar with ICX are a little, well, they're not really, they've been a little bit AFK for a while. So since that, let's go and update the rest of our coins and see how everything else is doing. 22,653. Yep, go ahead.
I was gonna say, so they launched their mainnet in January. That was the big deal then. So that's why it got pumped a lot at that time. There's going to be a mobile wallet released next month, so that should be a big pump. But I don't know the date. It'll just be March.
Okay, so we're just going to hold ICX until it comes back into profit. It's a little bit of a shame that it's so far down. Walton as well at the same time is quite far down. So some of our original purchases unfortunately got hit very hard when we went down to 6K, and then they didn't really resume that much, and then they kind of got hit hard again as BTC was making its latest run. So that's a little bit of a shame, to be completely honest. It is a little tiny bit of a shame. However, if you guys remember, we bought some Walton yesterday. We're already at 5% profit on Walton. Hooray. OMG, let's update our OMG as well. OMG currently at 1729. If we come back here, OMG 17, that is OMG, yes it is OMG, 1729. Okay, so guys, even though this is a bit of the scary thing, even though we are making profits on our more recent purchases, the fact that we have those longer holds that are really kind of holding us back is a bit of an issue. If I was not mistaken, these are equivalent to, they were equivalent to approximately 28 or 29%. 28? No, sorry, they were, when we bought them, they were about 45% of our holdings, these coins here. So that portion of our holdings obviously went down quite hard. So currently we're just waiting for them to recover, and then we will sell them in green and we'll make some good profits on them. For now, we have Walton that we bought yesterday at 4.66%. There is a lot of potential for Walton to take back off again very, very soon. So I'm quite excited for that. We should be able to sell these guys. We bought at 28 and 29. Let's go and quickly have a look at Walton. Not on this chart. Let's come here. So we are expecting a cup and handle on Walton. However, it's a long cup, it's not a short-term cup, and that should propel us up nicely to around the 30 something, you know, mid to late 30,000. You know, this is yeah, this is what we're hoping for, and then we should have some good recovery over the next few days. Wabi, which we bought last night. Let's quickly check up on Wabi. I know it's dipped a little bit. I don't even know what I'm doing here. There we go. Got too many tabs. We can check Wabi. Wabi. 15274. I think it's about the same price we bought it, isn't it? 15274. Nah, it's almost exactly the same price that we bought it at. It did have a bit of a dip and a bit of a rise, so I'm not really worried about that. Right, moving on. We want to introduce 2 other coins today, and we will purchase small amounts of them. Let's have a look at the coins that we are going to purchase. The first one is, well, we've already got it here. It's Ion. This is Ion. What is Ion? I tried to find a cool way of explaining Ion to you guys, but I couldn't find a good way of putting it. So what I'm going to suggest, guys, is you come to CryptoFlix. If you don't know what CryptoFlix is, we've recommended it before. Come to CryptoFlix. It gives you the lowdown on any coin, or the majority of coins, and you know, you just come through and you can kind of check it out. Check out the basic information about a coin, watch a video about it, go to the papers, check out the subreddit, whatever it is. Ion is, and I know we've got a massive Ion fan here. Jerome is like the Ion fan of Ions. What is Ion? Ion is coming out to be the next generation of blockchain. To a degree. Their primary aim is to be to blockchain what the internet is to computing, in a way. It's kind of looking at how to connect the individual or the separate blockchain systems together, you know, through the Ion system. They also have their own blockchain system that that will also be integrated, or will be, that you can also build on. Grizz, are you here?
Yeah, it's a token at the moment, but it will be swapped once their mainnet comes out.
Yeah. So they're gonna do integration. They're gonna connect different blockchains together, as well as connect them to the Ion network, but at the same time it's going to be its own foundation for other things to be built on, just in the same way that Ethereum is. Okay, it is a very good, strong project. The team behind it are very good. You can come here, CryptoFlix, go check out their website. I was checking up earlier, and a lot of people love the team that they have. And when you scroll down, you guys will see. There are more engineers in here than in most teams. There's a lot of programmers, there's a lot of really good people, and the list of their partners, it's just a massive amount of partners that they have. It's a very well developed project, guys. It's not a kind of it's not a startup, you know. It's not something that just came out a couple of months ago. You know, this is a very, very well kind of strong team, strong partnerships, strong project, and that's why we're going to invest in it. So we were meant to invest in it yesterday, but due to a bit of an issue, a bit of a mess up that I had, I think some of you may have noticed yesterday on the stream, I was like, oh shit. I'm not going to talk about that. Let's leave that in the past. But we can see that Ion, yesterday we wanted to purchase it. Let me just confirm the dates here, 2602, so we're looking at 2502 at 1 AM. There we go. So around this point here was when I actually wanted to buy it, guys. And as you can see, it really got some good gains today. What was it today again? Does anyone remember? 10% up?
It's now 10% up, yeah.
Yeah, 10% up. So
but it's dipping now.
Yeah. So it's dip. Ooh, okay. Why do you do this on stream?
Well, it's good. We can set a buy order lower.
Yep. So let's come back here. Let's quickly go down to the 15 minutes. Again, guys, everything that we are buying right now is just a short term. We are not looking at anything insanely long term. Let's just come here right now. It's been fairly quiet actually for quite a long time. And then it's only literally after we switched off the stream yesterday, I believe, that it really started to take off. Let's just see here. So it bounced off of this line 3 times, well 2 times. I'm expecting it potentially to bounce a 3rd time. I could potentially draw some other lines here, but let's not get greedy. So we can do a nice 9 up here. But then if this starts to look like a wedge, then potentially it's not really that much of a good sign, is it? I actually think we're going to be at the lowest point that we're going to be for a while, because how it looks like it's just been bouncing off of this line.
Am I the only one that can't hear Techie?
No. Techie, you're Daft Punking.
Hardcore Daft Punk.
Oh no. Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, now you're back.
Okay. Sorry about that, guys. If I don't have enough water, I end up becoming Daft Punk, apparently. So I don't believe that we're potentially going to go lower than this point here. In fact, I think right now is the best point to go into. So as a result, let's come over right now. And guys, I suggest that you all go out and research the project. It's a very, very strong project and a very, very strong team. Research them for yourselves. Don't just take what we say. And also, guys, don't always follow what we do. You have minds of your own. You have been given the gift of eyes and fingers and the internet. Do your own research as well.
Be sensitive, Techie. Some people do not have eyes or fingers.
Yes, you are. Yes, sorry. I do apologize to those of you who don't have eyes or fingers. However you trade with crypto, utilize those same methods of trading and like whatever way you interact with technology, and just do your own research. All right, so let's have a quick look here. I'm actually worried that we've already bounced off of this line. I'm looking at the 5 minute just because I wanted to get a better idea of which way we are going. I'm not going to go low. I'm happy actually at this price, knowing the potential for the project. And we've got a nice order here. Let's go up to our order book. So we have a 3304. We have a 59 order which has just been eaten and turned into a sell order. And it actually looks like they're trying to drive it down slightly. Down here was at 3280, and previously down here, 3253, and if we flip back again to the TA, I think actually choosing low buy points at this point in time is really difficult because all the coins are just taking off now. Okay. Guys, at points like this in the market, if you wait too long to buy or you set your order too low, you literally have the potential of being left behind. And because we're not sitting here 24 hours a day just watching the charts, watching, and then we can adjust our orders, it's making it very difficult to actually go through and do this. So, to me, it looks like we have got a lot of good support here. Okay, we have a lot of nice support here. Compared to the resistance, I'm just going by the order book right now. Okay, and even if we flip this over to 6 decimals, okay, we can see that it's not until we come up to 3,400 that we start to have some resistance. But at the same time, down at 325, just 500 satoshis away instead of 1,000. Sorry, instead of 50 satoshis away instead of 120, we have some very, very good support, followed by some other good support just underneath it. I'm not going to wait too long. We don't want to mess around a bit. I don't want to place an order on top of this guy. Well, I can't go on top of him. I can't go above him because he's got a big wall. I'm just going to watch this right now, wait and see which way it starts to move, and then I'll put in an order. A tactic that some people use is that they just come, they'll click on that, they'll buy however much they want, and they're effectively buying the wall. Guys, is that something maybe we just want to do now?
Talking to me or us?
Anyone? Yeah, you guys, yeah. In the server with me here.
I think it will dip a little bit more lower. That's my opinion, but I don't know what the other guys can.
Jerome, are you online, Jerome? Are you able to talk? Jerome is our resident Ion whisperer. No, I don't think he is. Grizz, you wanted to say something?
No, I was saying that I agree with Jeff that I think it'll probably come down a bit still.
Okay, let's now another wall has come in even higher.
And I have no opinion.
All right, guys. Let's so they took down that cell wall that was there. I don't know whether it was one of you guys who's watching, especially Kefir, who was saying we shall take down this wall. Perhaps maybe he took down the wall. Okay, Jerome, don't worry about it. He's saying he's eating with family. Don't worry, it's okay. Okay, it looks like an interesting battle is going to happen here, guys. We could sit and we can watch it for a while. Let's just move on and look at something else. And the next thing we're going to look at, ladies and gentlemen, is Ethereum Classic. Why Ethereum Classic? Personally, I am not a fan of Ethereum Classic. But at this point in time, guys, we don't just invest into coins that we are fans of or not fans of. We invest into coins with good potential for profits. And Ethereum Classic is one of those good coins for profit. I have some notes in case you can hear the rustling of paper. Ethereum Classic has a fork, I believe, coming up very, very soon. In literally just a few days. And usually what happens before a fork is that a coin, the price of a coin goes up significantly, and then just after the fork time, it starts to go down. What is the fork? Okay, essentially Ethereum Classic is going to be forked, or is it technically a fork or an airdrop? It's going to be a hard fork. It's going to fork, and then there will be a new coin called Callisto. I like the name of that. We may invest in that just for the hell of the name. You know, so a lot of people are going to be buying Ethereum Classic in order to take advantage of the fork, so that they too can get these free coins, because when a fork happens, you get the free coins from wherever it is, blah blah blah. And this is due to happen at block number 1,920,000. Okay. How can you tell what block number it is? We will go through that as we come closer to the time, and we'll watch it, and we will pull out before the fork. This here is called taking advantage of the fork, or the forkening, or I don't know what you want to call it. We are not investing in this project for the long term. A lot of people are going to ask, what is Ethereum Classic? And basically Ethereum Classic was the classical Ethereum, effectively. It was a fork that happened and it kind of diverted away, or not diverted, it's gone on a different path from the Ethereum that many of us know and many of us don't know. We'll be introducing Ethereum at some point. And basically its aim was to become more of a transactional focused coin than Ethereum with its whole crazy use cases, i.e.
Well,
yep.
I mean, it happened just because the DAO hack. So there was the big hack on the DAO, and that was what, like, I don't know, a year or two ago, 2 years ago, and Ethereum decided they were going to refund all the people who were hacked, and so they forked off and refunded all the coins that were stolen during the hack. Then the previous fork, the fork before that, the blockchain as it was became Ethereum Classic, and it basically did nothing for a long time. And then people decided to start developing it and turn it into something.
There you go. Damilon knows more about it than I do. I'm glad. Grizz, do you want to say something? Okay.
Sorry, that was my keyboard. My bad. I thought it was
That's all right. Okay, so we are literally going to buy this to take advantage of the amount of people who will be buying into this for the sole purpose of the fork. I don't know if we really care about the fork. We might check it out a little bit closer to the time, but in the meantime, we're just going to buy in to it for the purpose of the gains that are due in the next few days. So we come back here. Actually, we had it open. Here we go. Here's Ethereum Classic. Originally, we should have bought in maybe around here. I think would have been a nice place to buy. But I didn't want to buy into too many things at the same time, unlike what we're doing today. We're having a look at it here. Again, this here is almost kind of a guaranteed profit to a degree. You know, maybe, okay, nothing is guaranteed in crypto. We just got to be aware of that. If Bitcoin decides right now to turn around and have some giant reds and crash all the way down, expect everything to crash down as well. All right. But because the fork is due to happen, let's go up to the daily. Because the fork is due to happen around this point here, okay, we can still expect to see some good growth. So let's buy into some ETC. Yep, and we can see, guys, how the battle panned out. If you remember, we were looking at buying down here, and then it's already started to gain. And if we flip back now to our chart and we go over to, who are we looking at again? I can't even remember who that was. Ion. AION. Then we have effectively bounced off of that line that we had. 15 minutes, please. There we go. We effectively bounced off of that line, and we should be heading back up now. Does that mean then that we have missed our buy-in opportunity? No, Ion still has a lot of good potential, and it will increase in price. And it's only going up a little bit, probably up to here, to 3,420, and then come back down again, potentially, unless it breaks. So we're just going to monitor that and keep an eye on it. I'm being told I've got Daft Punk voice again. That's very strange. Guys on the stream, do I sound like Daft Punk or do I sound like myself? Please let me know.
You sound like Daft Punk to me, but I think it's because of my phone, but it could be for everybody as well.
No, for me.
Okay, that's really interesting. So it seems like maybe just the guys on the Discord server have a bit of Daft Punk, but everyone on the stream is hearing perfect.
I think Discord's gonna crash. That's why it's gonna go down.
Okay, maybe Discord's having some trouble with their servers. Yeah,
Yep.
It happens sometimes.
There, you sound
It's fine
better. I
now.
disconnected and reconnected.
Okay.
It sounds better for me as well.
All right. So, Ion. So it looked like we potentially missed the buy for that. That's not an issue. That's not a problem at all. We are on the 5-minute candle right now. At times like this, guys, I know we say buy green and sell red. Okay, and if we come on over to the 15-minute candles, we could potentially see a lot of green coming up, and we don't particularly want to miss out that much on the buy order. It's already gone up 45 satoshis since we had a look at it. I'm going to put in right now, this is a very flat green here, right here, very flat green. If we go down to here, then that will be a red. Okay, so I'm just going to prepare to buy in right now. No, I'm not. I'm going to wait and see what that's actually happening. There we go, turned into a red. And we have this wall. Where did it go? The wall is gone. Let's just buy into this, buy and forget. We want to put in approximately 0.015 again Bitcoin. So let's come down and do 45. There we go, almost perfect. I'm getting good at this maths. My teacher would be so proud of me. And click buy Ion. There's our order there. Set and forget. Let's just let it fill, and then we can move on. Now we're looking at some ETC with the BTC pair. And if we actually refresh our balances now, I think we don't really have that much money left in here. If we come here in orders, available balance 0.015. That's all we have left. The rest of it is currently tied up in orders. Okay, so Ethereum Classic right now. We had a look at the chart. There we go. You can see our 2 orders. I know some people are often asking. We will show the open orders and the bought orders at the end of every stream because some people want some clarity. Let's go and check out. I can't remember what we were saying about Ethereum Classic now. And we're running low on stream time. I just chose Bittrex, not an issue. Yeah, it's already going up. So again, this here is going to be a buy, a set and forget. Okay, the candle is currently flipping between green and red. Looking at the order book right now, we do have quite a bit of resistance, and someone posted a message to me somewhere. Yeah, Jeff, that's a very good point. So usually we like to keep a little bit of Bitcoin in reserve, okay, for in case we want to buy anything else, and that is what we have always done. And right now we have quite a bit in quite a few different coins. Who is our? Walton is our largest holding by far, which is interesting. I wonder why Walton got so big. We also have Wabi, who's quite big. Guys on the stream with me, team guys, should we buy into ETC, or should we just hold the rest of our Bitcoin, which is currently equivalent to almost 10%, maybe 15% that we have?
You know my opinion.
I think you have too many coins already, in my opinion.
Yep.
Yes, I agree.
I
Okay.
would just hold, yeah, like I said, for emergencies.
Either hold it or increase a position on one of them if it goes down.
You're
Yeah.
ready to go on something, but keep it in reserve.
Okay, I really wish we could
Like-
get rid of this ICX. It's been paining
Like,
me
for
for too
example-
long.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the thing, is that there's a lot of coins that we monitor that are very good long term, but we don't really know how they'll be short term because they don't have a lot of major things happening with them short term. So it's hard to say what they'll be short term.
Yep.
Yeah, Techie. For example, ICX, what you just, I just wanted to say that it's really at a big loss. You can increase your...
We could
quantity.
potentially increase a bit more in there, like we did. I think we did that earlier on, isn't it? Yeah, we did that quite early on in the challenge as well. We were at a bit of a loss with ICX, and we increased on that. That's why you can see we bought it at 63, then we bought it again at 41. All right. A lot of people are saying, yeah, holding a smaller amount of coins is better right now. That is true. That is very true. Yes, I do agree with that. All right. essentially right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and we've got orders on 2 more, so potentially 6 coins that we have. Guys, this is only because this is only temporary. Like this wouldn't be a long-term thing, only because we're waiting for various coins to pump, and at this moment in time some coins have more potential than others, and some coins may be delayed. So we're just looking at a way of potentially repairing some of the loss, not quite loss actually, repairing some of the downturn that we've had recently. Okay, all right, so the team has spoken. We will not be purchasing another coin. I think it was quite a unanimous decision amongst the team. So Ethereum Classic, we're going to hold off for that for now. We are going to monitor over the next 2 days. I think we still have, actually it's over a week till the fork, isn't it, guys? Isn't that how much time we have? Anyone?
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure
Okay.
at all.
All right, though. Okay, so let's hold off of Ethereum Classic, and we are going to monitor the coins that we have just over the next few days, and we will start to sell some at profit. So far in our investments, we have Walton. The Walton that we bought is at 5%, almost 5% profit. We will start to look at selling that because that is by far our largest holding, and we don't want to hold on to Walton for an insane amount of time. We already have a large amount that we will be forced to hold on to.
Someone asked a good question. I kind of agree that if you're just gonna hold Bitcoin, unless it's emergency, you might want to consider holding Litecoin instead, but or Ethereum.
I honestly, just before coming on the stream, I was actually thinking, should we just move our Bitcoin into Ethereum? Because if we have a look, guys, at the Bitcoin versus Ethereum chart, we can see here Bitcoin, okay, and just simply looking at how Bitcoin dips, okay, this is Bitcoin when it dipped earlier, okay, that's how much it kind of dipped, and the second bounce. And then when we come at Ethereum and you zoom in, we are on the 15-minute, yes we are. This is how Ethereum is for that same bounce. Oh, go. Okay, so you can see the angle. Ethereum is recovering a lot better. It is dropping a lot less, okay, than Bitcoin is, and it is a stronger coin. I did want to potentially think about that, but I thought it may end up confusing some people. What do you guys think? I mean, Damilon, since you've suggested it.
It'll confuse people if you trade it because it's going to mess up your spreadsheet, but it will hold its value better than Bitcoin will, I believe.
Yeah.
So if you're just saving it for reserve, you probably should leave it like in something. So my opinion is, like, other than Tether, you want it to still gain. So if you're going to hold it in a major coin and you don't have any intention to spend it anytime soon, probably would be safer in Ethereum than it would in Bitcoin.
Yeah. Okay, guys. I'm seeing a lot of questions actually coming up, guys, saying what is wrong with holding too many? You should only be holding 1. You should only be holding 2. If you're holding too many, you spread yourself too thin. And then one coin may go up, but then the other ones may not go up as much, and so then it alters your overall performance. Also, then you need to track and follow a lot more coins than what you are looking at. If you have 1, 2, or even 3 coins, it's a lot easier just to have a chart open and just watch it and see how it's going, or check up on it daily and see how its performance is going. That is why usually it's better to stick with fewer coins unless you have a larger amount of money where you can really diversify. I didn't really want to diversify this much. Yeah, go ahead, Damilon.
No, I agree. I'd say, especially if you've got a low balance, your initial goal should be to increase your total value as quick as possible. So you usually want, if you're day trading especially, you're going to want to be looking in just a few coins that you can monitor very closely and take your profits on them when they can. If you have, say, 5 coins and one coin goes up 10%, you end up realizing that you barely made anything. So granted, you could make 10% on all of them. Now you have more chances of hitting a coin, of course, that could go up if you have more, but then you also have increased amount of coins that could not or could go down. So usually what happens when people have a lot of coins is that they end up being holds. You buy a lot of coins that you put somewhere and you plan on not even looking at them or trading them. If you're actively trading them, you don't want, I mean, based on just the Binance app alone, I wouldn't have more than 4 coins so that I could see all the coins at once on a chart through the Binance app and not worry about it, because otherwise you might miss a pump or you might not see if a coin is dumping because you're looking at another one. So you probably want to keep it as small as possible and don't spread yourself too thin.
Yep, I do agree with that. It was a little bit, I did actually forget about that for the challenge, guys. Okay, so we're going to hold the coins that we have right now. My intention is to start selling off some coins as they go into profit and start to move them into other ones. When do we do that? We do that when the coins start to take off or start to recover at least, which some coins have been doing. Our Walton that we're holding right now, and if we come and we have a look at the Walton chart. Okay, our Walton that we have right now, we purchased at a nice low price. Okay, and once Walton kind of looks like, okay, it's had enough, we're going to sell off the small amount that we purchased, and then we will go and we will hold the rest of it until the rest of it is in profit. The same thing with ICX. Once ICX goes into profit, we will drop it, and that was originally our plan, to not hold on to coins for too long, but we did get stuck with those two. Viva was asking, why not move your entire balance to Litecoin? Even if you aren't interested in the project, the value will pump tomorrow. There is no guarantee of that. I actually saw quite a bit of TA today that said that LTC may potentially have a big drop. And then there was also other TA that said that LTC could go up. So if I see a balance of yes versus no's, then I will refrain from going into it, because we don't want to go down. We just want to go up. However, if we see that the majority of the TA is saying yes, we are going up, then we can potentially purchase into it. So yeah, that's I think those were famous last words, isn't it? Oh, it's definitely gonna go up, and then zoop. I mean, Nano. Let's have a look at Nano, guys. Nano, dearest Nano. So Nano yesterday, when it came, still forming this beautiful pattern here. God, Nano, what are you up to? When Nano came to around here yesterday, I believe it is, a lot of people believed it was just going to continue up. A lot of people believe this was just a little bit of a correction and we will continue to go up. A lot of people, including myself, bought in. Okay, I think I bought in around here somewhere. And I had a stop loss set. And after the stream, this was actually during the stream yesterday. And after the stream, it started to come down. And I moved my stop loss. I made it a little bit wider. And then eventually I sold. Even though the majority of people and the majority of technical analysis and some of the best TA people said that it should go up, it didn't. It went down. So what I personally did was I sold at a loss. I did some swing trades to recover my losses, to get back to the previous balance, and then I bought in again when it was low. And I'm currently riding it out here right now. This is my own personal balance. So no matter what kind of no matter what everything says, there's always a chance a coin will go down, and that is why you never, ever, 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 ever go all in on one coin. Basically, just don't do it. Even we've said this before, even if Nakamoto himself comes down and tells you that a coin is going to pump tomorrow, you don't go into it. Okay. All right, so we're not going to buy into anything else. We're going to monitor. We're going to sell some coins when they come to a profit. We are looking at potentially selling our Walton, which is already in profit. OMG as well should have some good profit in a couple of days, which we will sell. Our Wabi we're going to monitor closely, and Walton. And we're going to be changing, and we're going to be talking about our strategy for buying and selling once we recover out of this hole that we are in. It's not that big of a hole, it's just a tiny little hole. We will talk about the strategy that we're going to use to buy, sell, and accumulate coins at the same time, or to hold coins at the same time. Right. Too much talking for a few seconds there. Guys, if you're on YouTube and you want to ask a question, please put a capital letter Q. Viva saying, wow, okay, no need to react like that. I hope that wasn't in comment. I'll just move on. Yeah. Let's have a look here. Okay, well, Viva has made a very interesting point. He says, wow, sorry, just some advice which you should listen to. I'm not the one down $150 for the month. Goodbye. Congratulations, sir. If you're not down, that is very good. Many people are down. Some very good traders are down. Some very good traders are taking a break off. Some very good traders are up. Whether you're up or down does not define what kind of a trader you are. It just defines what actions you have taken in this type of market. And this here is an educational source. So we are not doing traditional trading with stuff. And frankly, going all in is not an option. I know a lot of people who were following the challenge, and please note the word were following the challenge, and they went all in on some coins, and then they got stuck, and they are now holding losses, and that demotivated them. That really kind of shut them down. And they haven't been on the server talking, they haven't been watching the streams, they're waiting for the market to recover because they don't want to face the fact that it all went red. Okay? So don't go all in, please, guys. All right? Right. Okay, we're kind of over stream time already. Which is not an issue because today we need to talk about greed. And greed is potentially going to be a fast one. I know Damilon seemed quite excited about this today.
I just like Wall Street movie.
Yep. Okay. So we are continuing Mind Week, and yeah, it's very interesting actually because straight after the stream yesterday, I got an interesting message from someone. And this applies in swing trading, it applies in normal trading as well. And it applies in life, but we're not talking about life here, we are talking simply about trading. And that is greed. I believe greed is one of the 7 deadly sins, or one of those weird things that people say, isn't it? What is greed? Greed is that little thing inside of you that says, maybe just a bit more. Okay, I could maybe get a little bit more, or I could have it for lower, or I could potentially just, I could move there and then I can make money there, then I can flip back and I can come here and make money, and money. I'm not saying money is greed. Money is not greed. Money is a tool, it is a facilitator. But what is greed in trading is, I'm going to give the example of swing trading. Okay, a lot of people experimented with swing trading recently, and some people got some very interesting results. So I'm just going to move over to Ethereum. Okay, I'm going to zoom in quite big, and I'm going to come down to the 5-minute chart just because it's a little bit more dramatic. Okay, we're going to look at this section of chart here. This could be any coin anywhere in the world. Okay, greed and controlling greed in trading is very important. Because especially when you're swing trading, or when you're looking to buy into a coin, or when you are looking at making profit, there's always something in the back of your mind which tells you just a little bit more. Say, for example, you bought Ethereum here and you wanted to swing trade it, and it started to go up, and the indicators and the charts and everything told you, yep, we are going up. And it comes up and it comes up, and you see these beautiful green candles. You're like, yes, come on, you're looking strong. A little bit more, come on. Okay, and it's coming up and it's coming up and it's coming up, and you're seeing these greens and you're like, yes. And then you see something that tells you, okay, I should sell here. Sometimes it could be on something on the charts. Sometimes it could be a pattern in the candles. Sometimes you could see a weakness somewhere, like you see a doji coming in and you're like, I don't like the sound of this. And you're like, I should sell. But then that little piece inside of you comes out again. It's like, no, more. It's going to go. Don't worry about it. It's going to go. Just watch. And you don't sell. And it keeps on going up. But then all of a sudden, it comes down. And when it comes down, usually, you still have faith and you still have hope. You're going to be like, no, 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 it's still going to go back up. Still going to go back up. And everything's telling you, sell, 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 sell. And everyone's telling you, dude, get out, man. It's going to crash. And you're like, no, 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 it's still going to go up. That is when greed takes over. Now, greed is good, but greed has its evil side as well. And that is its evil side. Greed is good in the fact that it motivates you to take an opportunity. Okay? But the point when greed goes from being goes from being good into bad, okay, is when you let greed make the decisions. Okay? If you saw over here, okay, or we can choose anywhere else on this, okay? These here are beautiful, okay? Big greens, okay? If you saw this going up, and greed kept on telling you to hold on and hold on and hold on and hold on, or as it would have done here, okay, then you don't sell. You wait for the top. And by the time you realize that we are going down now, you've already gone past the point where you would have originally sold. Okay, and Damilon has mentioned this a few times before. Always have a plan. And we're going to start to talk about having a plan, guys. I think this was the point we were talking about. I'm going to always talk about having a plan. And I'm going to tell you guys something, okay, which really helped me overcome greed, whether it's in buying into a new coin or whether it's actually in swing trading. And that is, as soon as I see or feel that we are about to turn around, especially on swing trading, I sell. Even if we are continuing up and we are on a beautiful green, do you know how many giant greens have been followed by equally giant reds, guys? Where it takes 15 minutes for this giant green to form and then only 2 minutes for a giant red to form? That happens more often than you would probably imagine. So as soon as you see something that tells you to sell, you prepare yourself, okay? And the minute that you start to feel, that's it, that's enough, and the indicators tell you, or people tell you, you sell. As an example now, I want to find a nice big green section. Let's do it on Nano, actually. That will be a good one, okay? Let's go on to Nano because that had some beautiful growth over the last few days, and we can use this here as a great example right now, okay? So imagine you had bought Nano somewhere down here, and you saw it going up, okay? And after this green, you saw the red, and it made you uneasy. So you sold here, okay? You have closed your swing. You have closed it. This swing is over. And remember what we said all the way back in the first day of Mind Week. Once something is done, you move on. Okay? Now, if this had started to continue to grow, a lot of people would regret selling. Don't. You look at it as a brand new opportunity. Don't think of what happened already. You look at it as a brand new opportunity. Okay? And then you come in and you say, oh, okay, I'm going to wait for it to change again, and then I'm going to analyze. Okay, now everything's telling me to sell. I'm going to buy here. Okay? I'm going to buy right here. And then you see how this one goes. All right? And then you see it goes up, comes here. Maybe you still feel confident. You see it goes up, and then you sell around here. Okay? And that's it. You have done two swings. They're two separate swings. Don't think of them as one. Don't think out, oh man, I lost money. You did not lose money by not taking part in this section here. What you did was you reduced the amount of risk that you may potentially have of making a loss. Okay? So, treat each swing independently. Treat each trade independently. Don't group them together. I know a lot of people like to do dollar averaging on costs and things like that. That's fine. If you're doing it for long-term stuff, it's fine. But as soon as you come down to short-term and you want to do swinging and stuff, if you're going to buy and sell and buy and sell, the only way that you're going to stop regretting all of these stuff and you're not going to kind of end up in a risky situation is if you treat each swing individually. If, for example, you didn't follow that system of selling whenever you think it's right to sell, you would have held on up here because the size of this green convinced a lot of people. And if we go down, look at the side of the green with the wick. It convinced a lot of people. But what came afterwards? It really, really, really started to go down. So it's better that you get out in a safe position and then buy back a little bit higher if you then believe that your decision to pull out was wrong, and you treat it as a brand new trade. Don't be greedy. Greed is what drives you to hold on to something way past when it's already coming down. Okay? Now, a lot of people are going to say, but Techie, if something's coming down and you're just holding on to it, isn't that just technically holding? No, if your purpose was to swing this, and you watched it go up, and you didn't sell, and then you watched it come down, and you didn't sell, and you watched it come down even further and you didn't sell, then maybe not, sir. You know, when you're swinging, you want to buy at a low price and you want to sell at a high price and in a short amount of time. You want to buy at the bottom here, you want to sell up here. Then you wait for this to go all the way down, then you buy here and you sell here. You don't want to have to buy here, wait for it to come down, wait for 2 weeks for it to go back up. That's not swing trading. So you got to realize that. You really got to think about it. You got to think very carefully about that. If you buy into something and you're in profit and you have the feeling or the charts or something or somebody tells you it's going to go down, then you prepare yourself to pull out. Okay? Just prepare your order. Even if it continues to go up, day one of Mind Week, the regret. Don't have a regret. Look at it as a new opportunity, as if you just open up the chart. As if you just went, look, there's this new coin going up. I'm going to buy into it because I believe it's going to go up. Okay? Don't be greedy. The same thing when you're coming to buy into a coin. Okay? We did a few orders on Wabi before it finally went through. Okay? Why? Here's Wabi. Let's go to our more, and you guys can see now how many orders we kind of cancelled. Wabi cancelled, Wabi cancelled, Wabi cancelled. I think we can even go to page 2. No, page 2 didn't have any Wabi. Why didn't we make this? And look at what we finally had to buy it at. Because we thought, I can get that for a little bit cheaper. Okay? Obviously, there's a limit. You know, don't just go crazy and just buy everything at the market price. You got to check out and you got to see and you got to do your TA. But I see some people putting in orders at ridiculously low prices because they're like, yeah, man, I'm going to get it at that price because, you know, that's the price I want it at because I want to maximize my profits and blah, blah, blah. If you're going to be too greedy, you're going to be left behind. We weren't particularly greedy here. We were careful. We put in a decent margin there between where the price was, what the TA said was going to happen, but Wabi decided to grow. I'm just using this as an example. This wasn't actually a case of greed, okay? But I see it very often. So, in crypto, don't be greedy, all right? If you have to buy into a coin when it's higher up, it doesn't matter. You took your profits previously. You treat it as a brand new trade, whether it's a long hold or a short hold or a swing or a potato or whatever the hell you want to call it. All right, I saw so many people beating themselves up a couple of days ago about Nano. When Nano really took off, let's go and let's have a look at Nano. We are looking at Nano on the 1 hour. Okay, when Nano really started to take off from down here, a lot of people sold here and then they were beating themselves up about it. And they didn't buy back in. And then it carried on going up. And then they were beating themselves up. And then they waited till it got up to the top. And then they were like, okay, man, thing's really going to take off now. I should jump back in. And then they jumped back in at the top here. And then it came back down. Don't be greedy. Don't let greed control your trades. Don't let greed tell you when to go in, when to go out. Analyze the situation. Once you've taken a position, you wait. If you see that it's starting to go at a loss, you consider, again, you have your plan, as Damilon always says, and I like that he always says that. You go in with a plan. You don't just go in blind. If it goes below your point on your thing, then you pull out and you wait and you buy back in and you treat it as a brand new trade. And again, this always goes back to, guys, what we mentioned yesterday. And this is why every single Mind Week day ties in. The people around you can help guide you. No matter what kind of a trader you are, the best traders in the world still have people that they call and they ask about things and they seek advice from people. Don't be someone who's driven by ego and greed. All right? You go and you ask someone, hey guys, what's your opinion on this? Get someone else's opinion. All right? So, that's it, guys, for today. I don't know, Damilon, do you want to add anything onto that?
No, just was going to mention my what I've been doing lately is for trade. So I've told some people earlier I was doing USDT pairs mostly. So the only coins that I've been trading have been Litecoin and Neo. So I picked up a half of a Litecoin at 196 and another half at 186. I'm still holding them both. I've been flipping Neo on the waves, although not as much recently because it hasn't been moving up and down as much. I'm not going to bother for just a couple dollars, but been averaging them down. I wasn't able to hit my lowest target or my next level of 107, so I did buy some since I was flipping around 110. So I've been increasing that, and it's helped recover some of the losses that I'm at because of the level that Bitcoin's at, because all these coins tend to follow Bitcoin, whether or not they gain the same percentage or not. So I'm still down a bit from my challenge all-time high, but still in a profit. So as Bitcoin recovers, those coins, Litecoin and Neo, should increase a lot. And I don't really worry about holding them because they're strong coins. That's the benefit of the main USDT pairs, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Litecoin, Neo, on Binance, is that they're all very strong coins to begin with. So you really don't have to worry about if they're going to exist or not. But you're not going to get the same percentage possibility of growth that you do from a lot of the BTC pair coins, which is why a lot of times those are the coins we invest in. Right now, I'm just in these coins because short term, I'm waiting for Bitcoin to recover. And as it does, and I think that we're in a or a bull market again, I'll sell those kinds off and I'll start moving into BTC pairs myself.
Great. Okay. Thank you for sharing that. I think I already told you guys earlier on what I did. Grizz or Jeff or Romeo, do either of you guys want to share what you traded today?
I didn't trade much. I just bought some coins. The market picks up, so not much of trading today.
I picked up some Zen this morning just because I felt like getting some more.
And I've mostly been playing with ENJ today.
Someone said Nano's moving.
There's Nano. Ooh, hello Nano. Wow, that's a sudden green on the 1 hour.
Hello, Moto.
Hello, Moto. Yep, that's a nice green on Nano. Finally, it's broken out of this little interesting point here. Guys, a lot of people are recommending, and I do also advise this. It's something that I wasn't really doing before, but I'm really kind of starting to implement it more, especially if you're swing trading, is to put in, when you believe it's going to come down, you put in a stop loss. Not a stop loss, you put in a stop limit. We've spoken about stop limits. I believe it was day 1, day 2, day 3, one of the first few videos. You'll find it in the video description. It will probably talk about the different types of buying and selling. Putting in a stop limit. So if you were here and you were buying in, and at this point here you felt, I feel like we're going to start to go down soon, instead of selling, you could potentially, and the reason why I didn't say this in the beginning is because I know a lot of people may start to get confused by this. I'm just going to mention it quickly because a few people did talk about it, and we will start to talk about it as we go into swing trading week. And that is that you then put in a stop limit that if we go below this point here, then sell. And you start to move up your stop limit as the candles increase. It's a way essentially of securing yourself that if it suddenly does go red and start to go down, then your order is triggered. But at the same time, a lot of times it gets triggered and then carries on going up because people set their stop losses or stop limits way too close. So we may potentially talk about how to do it and how to calculate where to put it at at any one point in time. Let's see here. Are these comments here? No, they are not comments for the stream. Eddie saying, Mr. Techie, out of curiosity, what exact point do you know when to sell for a swing? I know there is no exact point as nothing is certain, but according to your analysis, there are several different points. First of all, we have spoken about RSI and we have spoken about MACD. Okay, and you can always have a look at RSI. You can see when a coin is becoming overbought, which generally means then that it should have a reversal down. That is the first thing. The second thing, and just because I don't really want to start to draw, who have I got a nice pattern on already? I think maybe we had something on Bitcoin a little bit further back. There we go. Okay, so as an example on Bitcoin here, So if you had drawn some lines, whether potentially just a channel or a wedge or something, okay, and it's been following for a while, and then you bought into Bitcoin here and it started to go up, okay, and there was another line at the top up here. Just imagine right now that there was another line that you had drawn and you saw it was getting close to the yellow line, but it was kind of slowing down. Then I would say, then you consider to sell, because the largest chance of something happening is that it's going to bounce off of the line and come back down again. So that is, you know, you utilize these tools together, and as well you can see here at that exact point we were kind of coming up to being overbought. All right, along here as well we weren't really particularly overbought, but if you had entered at the bottom here and tried to ride it up, then you could have gotten out in time. That is just a quick summary of what I would personally look at. I do look at some other indicators, but because we haven't actually spoken about them on the stream, I am not going to introduce them now. It'll take far too long. Damilon, I believe, is sharing his way as well. Oh yeah, okay. It's pretty much similar to what I was saying. Different people have different opinions. Anyone else want to share how they would do a swing, how they would choose a sell point for a swing?
I was saying in chat, but like for instance on your TA here, so if you see something isn't a wedge or a channel and it's consistently hitting the lines, then those are good targets, because it's gonna change directions in between. So you don't just sell the first time you see a red candle. And it also depends on the coin. So if you in Binance has a lot of interesting tools, whether it's RSI or Stoch RSI, and you can kind of watch how they go, and you see it go up, down, up, down, up, down. So you might buy when it's down and sell when it's up, and just base it solely on that, because a lot of coins are very consistent. Now they don't move as high and low as you see on those waves, but if you usually follow them, then you usually will make a profit. So there's different ways you can do it depending on the coin. Like if it's Litecoin, Ethereum, Neo, they all have USDT pairs, and they tend to follow the direction of Bitcoin often. So if I'm holding those, I'm usually watching Bitcoin. I'm not watching those individual coins to determine when I should probably offload them on a flip.
Yep, and that's essentially yeah, using a combination of TA and the indicators, and as Damilon said as well, there's a lot of other ways as well that you can choose which positions to buy and sell. There are lots of different indicators out there as well. I would suggest potentially asking on some servers. TradingView is quite a powerful platform. If you come up here and you click on indicators, you can actually search for crypto, and you can find here lots of custom made indicators that people have made. Okay, you may find some related to swing trading. You could potentially type in just swing. Again, guys, these are not, you know, they're not the most accurate things in the world, and unless they're built for crypto, then generally they don't really work that well in crypto. You know, they need to have a lot of adjustments and a lot of modifications, but ask on the Discord server for people's advice, and they can assist you in finding some good things. And that's it. So guys, we are over stream time by 24 minutes. I do apologize to those of you who are tuning in quite late. It is Sunday. It is a quiet day. Tomorrow is Monday. I have a lot more time for the challenge this week, so look out for some more content. If you haven't already subscribed to the YouTube channel, subscribe button below. Click on it, click the bell next to it so you can be notified when we go live. We will potentially also be going live at random points throughout the day for mini streams when we come to make a quick buy or a quick sell if we have noticed an opportunity. What else was I going to say? Completely forgot now. Yes, follow us on Twitter. You'll find the link to the Twitter on our website, as well as the link to the Discord server where we are currently based, which is the CoinVX server with our own room. You go there, you go to this room called Sign Up, and you sign up as Mr. Crypto JZ has done, and you get added to the secret list, and you get to see all of the rooms, and you get to take part in everything in the server. Yep.
I thought I'd mention, if anyone was looking at VeChain, which is VEN,
yep,
it's in quite a big dip right now. So if it was a coin you're targeting, take a look at that. You might be able to get it on a nice dip. It might go down further, of course, but because they're rebranding, so it's going to change. I think if you've got it in Binance and you're holding it, it might all of a sudden become VET, I believe, because I believe the rebrand happens the next day or so. So
yeah, I think it's about 10 hours
also be
now.
aware of that, which is probably why they're selling. So a lot of times it's people buy the news and they sell the event. So there are probably a lot of them, they saw people start to sell and they're selling, but since it hasn't happened yet, who knows? But it's a good opportunity if you are looking at it. Just thought I'd mention.
But research the product, research the news. Don't just buy in blindly, guys. Okay?
I'm not
Please
saying
don't
just buy it
in.
now. I'm saying just look at it.
Just look at it, go on the server, ask people's opinion about it, and then we can take it from there. Right, guys, from us for tonight, that will be it, because we are quite over screen time. We do apologize for the delay. We'll catch you tomorrow. We're live every single evening from 7 p.m. EST or 1 a.m. CET. You can catch us here, and hopefully tomorrow we can wake up, we can have some good profits in our wallets. And potentially tomorrow there might be a mini stream if we see an opportunity to sell one of the coins that we currently have. So we will be monitoring them throughout the day. That's it for tonight, guys. Take care, and we will catch you all tomorrow. Bye-bye.